What's going on, everybody? Tom Quiet here, live and amplified. I hope you all are having an absolutely amazing day. So today we're back with another Reacts video. We've got plenty of podcasts coming up this week. We got music video critiques, and we're working on some other really cool stuff. So I hope you guys are ready. I'm excited to kind of get back on this grind. It was a ball buster of a week last week that just kind of took all my energy out of everything, and so today we're kicking it off. We've got a bunch of cool stuff coming. So I figured, since we are taking the Live and Amplified podcast and we're starting to do like live shows in front of an audience at bars, venues, like in various different venues, and if these few first episodes or these first few live shows go well, the ultimate hope is to take them out on like a tour or something and kind of line up multiple shows over the course of a week in different places. You know, that's kind of what a tour is. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to react to a tour vlog. You know, the daily grind of life on tour for musicians. It'd be a little bit different for a podcast, but we'd also have musicians, so there'd probably be a lot of similarities. So I found this YouTuber, Adam Neely. He's pretty famous. He's got 1.7 million subs, so I mean, he seems to know what the hell he's doing. He released the daily grind of life on tour, and figured I'd react to it. So here we go. All right, here we go.
I'm basically naked. How did we get here? So you might be surprised at what actually goes on tour. I just got back from a month of tour with my band Sundays.
So this
is opening for Plenty on his North American tour, alongside Jakub Szczytecki and his band. And man, it was just such a amazing
This is more of a
experience.
recap than a vlog, but okay, that's cool.
There's so much stuff that happens on a transcontinental tour that it's hard to tell a coherent story for a YouTube video.
Oof.
So instead, I'm just going to take you through a typical day. It's
nice.
Not exactly what you might think. This is May 26th. We left Denver, Colorado, April 26th. It's been exactly 1 month so far that I've been living in this bandwagon. I'm going a little crazy, but hey, you know, making coffee right now. We have to make coffee with bottled water because you know, the water that comes out of bandwagon is potable. So when we shower, oh, you
very unpleasant.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like a diarrhea for 2 days.
Jesus Christ.
Is probably like a chemistry experiment.
Now,
That's
we're
hilarious.
Traveling around in a bandwagon. Bandwagon is a company which converts RVs into these tour bus-like
interesting.
things. They're moderately cheaper than tour buses. They don't have quite the same number of
Noted.
amenities, but they are definitely a step up from traveling around and sleeping in vans. This is the main cabin of the bandwagon. This is my bunk down here. This is Shib's, Jakub's. This is the junk bunk, which is
the junk bunk.
Although our sound engineer Sean is joining us tonight in
the
Phoenix.
junk
We'll be
bunk.
on the way from Phoenix to LA.
That's interesting.
This is Nick, our driver. He's the man who gets us from point A to point B. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Nice.
Welcome to Pilot.
Pilot.
So in 1956, Dwight Eisenhower passed the Federal Highway Act. This laid the groundwork for the interstate system and the primary method.
What a history lesson.
Across the United States.
Yes.
Trucks. There's a deep infrastructure across the North American continent that caters to the needs of truckers. Major truck stop chains like Love's and Pilot. These places have things like truck parking and diesel gasoline and water, as well as amenities like showers and laundry. So as a result, the infrastructure needed to transport goods across the United States also transports jazz fusion musicians. The trucking infrastructure in the U.S. makes it easier to live out of an RV for a month, like we were doing on this tour. Thank Eisenhower.
Nice.
The whole tour is organized in master tour. See, like Plenty Loden's 1, Support Loden, that's us, that's 2. But with some of these smaller venues,
All right.
some of these smaller venues, we have to drop all of our stuff and then find street parking for this massive bandwagon. So
fair.
He told me the last time he drove to this venue, they were able to
parallel park both of the bandwagons in the lot, so there's a small chance we won't have to drop and go.
Pulling into Phoenix, looks like
Okay.
it's quite a bit of traffic.
I want to know how many people are having fender benders on a straight highway in the middle of the fucking desert.
In the advance, they'll say, there's no parking, and then sometimes there just is. So,
Fair. Fair. Very fair.
plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Thanks, Sean. Now, I'm sure you've heard this, but merch is extremely important for touring bands. The guarantees how much money we get paid per show for a band that's playing support, like Sungazer and Jakub Jatetsky, they're super low. So a good portion of the revenue has to come from merch sales. Turns out we bought too many hoodies. Not a lot of people in the South in the summer like to buy hoodies. So we have way too many of those. That was
Fair.
a rookie merch error. Because the guarantees are kind of low, we have to pick and choose when it comes to crew. Most of the time we're using the house sound engineer at whatever venue we're playing. But for this particular gig, we had our sound engineer, Sean, which was just awesome.
How was your flight?
It's pretty painless.
And there's chips.
And there's chips. There's also
Always
cookies,
chips.
but I don't
Always
think
gotta be
there's
cookies.
drugs in the cookies.
And with the personal notes. Thank you for being here.
Oh yeah, I guess it is Arizona, so there could be drugs in the cookies. Weed. I'm talking about weed. They could be weed cookies.
Equipment on stage and off. Sungazer has 2 instances of Ableton Live running. We're running Ethernet across the stage. Sean Crowder is using sensory percussion, so it's like this whole audio installation that needs to be installed every day. So generally, while Pliny is doing his sound
That's
check,
rough.
we'll stage everything on the floor of the venue so that we can take everything up and make our sound check as efficient as possible. See, these are our own stage boxes that we've like labeled. All of our inputs are already pre-patched on the front. And then we got these breakout cables that
That's
run
cool.
those inputs from across the stage into our rig. The advantage, of course, is that we know exactly what inputs are going where. We had problems on the last European tour of audio engineers mispatching things, which led to some very interesting incidents where Sean and I had different clicks. That was not great. We've been using my IEM rig that I detailed.
I've
in
seen
my
stuff like this
monitoring
before.
video. It's been
Hold on, let's pause this. I've seen stuff like this before. When I was used to go to not Inner Jam, but Baygrass Bluegrass Festival. The one year that they brought Billy's Strings, they had a rig like this where it was like everything was already pre-patched and set. You just had to run specific chords to specific things. And it was cool. It was really interesting to kind of see how he had it set up. So, all right, let's jump back into it.
super useful to hear the same thing in our ears every night. This all makes for a very efficient sound check. Things generally move along pretty quickly, which is important when you're playing support on a tour like this. You want to make sure that you're out of the way as much as you can be.
Adam, may I have a pack, please?
Yes, you may have a PAX.
Adam, give me a fucking pack. Yo!
Oh, come on.
Or it should say, "F***ing asshole."
Jared?
Racist.
Check one. check. Hey. All right, SPD.
Nice.
Let's do. You can do bass.
Wait, does he have the camera patched in somewhere?
The very intro. Can you just raise it by a few dB?
The da 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 da.
Yeah.
A bit.
That's great.
Now, Jakub and his band are about to sound check. After sound check, there's normally a little bit of time to chill and hang out. This is like my only free time of the day. What do you normally do in this?
Chill, bro.
Chill, bro.
Get coffee, go to the gym, get food.
Cool.
Today I will not go to the gym.
Yeah, it's a little hot. On days and in cities where it's not super hot, I'll often go for a run, which is a great way of
Nice.
seeing the city when you don't have much time in a given city. All 3 bands on the bill will have all of their equipment on stage, 3 drum sets, and then honestly just 1 amplifier. Most people are using Helixes or Quad Cortexes. And as each band finishes, we'll have 15 minutes to take all of our equipment off stage
Nice.
so that there's room for the next band to play. So we have a $20 buyout today, which basically just means a part of the contract. We get $20 for dinner.
Nice. That's cool.
3,
Don't do this
2,
to me, guys.
1.
Eh.
Choose the right one.
What a... F
Doors open usually around 6 o'clock. This is when we'll eat dinner.
Nice.
And then soon after, Jakob takes the stage.
Nice. I don't know. Hold on. Let's pause this really quick because this is such a small thing. Like, eating before you perform always seems really weird. Like, eating a heavy meal, at least. Like, I don't know. For me, that just seems really weird, eating a full heavy meal. Like, I'd eat something light, maybe, and then keep my big heavy meal till afterwards. But, you know, I guess doing a podcast versus playing live music is a little bit different. So, anyways, let's jump back into it.
Now, we were able to borrow some of Plenty's crew during this run, like Jeff was doing lights for Plenty, and he also ran lights for us, which was awesome. He was also a fantastic chess nemesis.
Go, Jeff. How dare you make that? Let's play one more. All right, let's do one more.
The things you see backstage.
Before performing, I'll normally noodle and warm up a little bit, put on my in-ear monitors, my wireless unit for my bass. When Jakob's set ends, they'll take all this stuff off the stage. We'll go on stage just to make sure that nothing got knocked on the changeover. And I'll run backstage, get changed.
Okay, you ready?
Feel the rhythm! Feel the rhyme! Get on up! And then
Get on up.
play our
It's
45-minute show.
That is the greatest.
What's up, Phoenix? How we feeling? You feeling good? Hell yeah.
All right. That is a cool intro.
We're an electronic jazz fusion band. We're not quite sure how we ended up on a prog rock bill, but hey, we're having fun while we're doing it. We're here to play time
Nice.
signatures at you. We got fans of time signatures in the house? Well, that's good, because this song has a time signature.
Nice. I get why they were on a... Okay. That's cool. I gotta look this band up. That was fucking
After the
sick.
show, there is always a huge scramble to get everything off the stage. This, for me, is usually the most stressful part of the evening because there's so much chaos that goes on here. And it's also usually the beginning of about an hour-and-a-half timer. We have to be all packed and loaded into our trailer before Plenty's set ends. Where we pack and load this stuff in this hour-and-a-half is sometimes less than ideal. Sometimes the venue crew just throws all the equipment in the back of the venue.
I hate this kind of loadout. Yeah. Pack up on the street.
But unfortunately, there isn't much of any other option.
Fair enough.
Okay. Now, most of these venues of this size expect that artists are going to be not spending nights in hotels. That means that we need showers, so often there'll be showers, there'll be laundry. This particular venue
Nice.
does not have laundry, but it does have a shower, so I'm going to try and squeeze in a shower real quick. And yeah,
Nice.
that will be the end of my evening.
Nice.
Jared sits in on a tune and Plenty set phone over, and he quoted something very spicy tonight.
That's sick.
At the end of Plenty's set, normally all the guitarists from the evening get up and jam.
Nice. That's cool. They've got a really...
After this
Okay.
group session
That's funny.
concludes, I generally go...
They've got a real family atmosphere on
It's
this
funny
one.
to
That's
think
cool.
about it this way, but a big part of my job on tour is not to play music for you. It's rather to be your t-shirt salesman. Which is honestly, by this point in the evening, very fun, because this is the point in the evening where I'm all packed up and ready to go and I'm not feeling rushed. I really just enjoy taking this moment to talk to people, hang out, take some pictures. There's like a lot less stress than the entirety of the rest of the day.
Last task of the evening. Pack up merch.
And yeah, that is a typical day of touring. You know, bus call later that night might be around 2 a.m. or so, and then Nick drives to the next city. The whole thing repeats the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
I can see where
and the next day.
Obviously, I understand that tour is a grind.
It's hard to communicate really just how
But-
the same it all is. Every day is like the last, and that is amazing and exhausting.
Very
and
Groundhog
also
Day-esque.
alienating in ways. Because on some level, you are living the dream, but your body certainly doesn't feel that way, and so you maybe doubt it yourself. But the experiences that I had, like with this amazing group of musicians and crew, really was inspiring. It made me think, like,
That's cool.
Hey, this is something that is worth doing. Maybe not for forever, but traveling and playing music, sharing in these moments with some of the most amazing fans and crowds across the United States and Canada. I mean, it's just awesome.
That's cool. That is definitely cool. You know, I 100% understand.
I hope you enjoyed this little window into my daily life on tour. We're going to be touring the West Coast again in October. Click the link in the description if you'd like to learn more about that. Thanks, guys. Until next time.
That's really cool. So obviously I understand, like, touring is a grind and it's very Groundhog Day-esque in that term. But at the end of the day, man, if you love what you do, is it really a grind? Are you really grinding through it? I don't know. But I get I understand the concept of day after day after day, it's the same thing over and over again. But also, what he showed here, this is a typical day where nothing really goes wrong. Like, if it's a good day, this is what a good day would be. You also have to take into consideration, like, blowing out a tire, running out of gas, mechanical problems, you know, just different shit that a lot of people don't really put two and two together with. So it's definitely interesting. I'll say that much. But once again, I figured it'd be cool to kind of react to the idea of going out on tour and seeing, you know, different people's experiences, since my hope is to take the podcast out on tour and do, obviously a 30-day run would be not what we'd look for initially. I'd say probably like a week, 2 weeks, you know, something short enough that it's not like, you know, fuck this, I'm done, but long enough that it's worth doing. But anyways, so that's all I got for y'all today here. Hope you all have a great one, and we will see you all later. Like I said, we got podcasts coming every day this week. We have amazing music video critiques. A lot of our friends are releasing music videos right now and releasing music, so I thought it'd be cool to do a critique on them. And yeah, other than that, y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all later.